Got one more after this one. Things will pick up from last episode, being a big episode of just divvying out loot.
That was a fight. That was a fight.
Yeah, I mean, for those who missed it, for those who did miss it, do you guys want to explain what happened briefly?
Crit cards are a thing.
Phosrodine is never wrong.
Phosrodine forced it into a 1.
Good point.
It forced me into a 20, and then it forced me into another attack, and then the fight was nearly over.
A good point. I need to bring up my Gmail so I can access a docs that we made.
Oh yeah, good call. Good call.
What are these secret documents?
You're keeping secrets now.
Well, we are
always secrets. Always secrets.
Secret.
He's got a secret.
In this episode,
all right,
players outnumber the DMs this time.
Oh. Revolution.
No!
You think that gives you power?
Look at me. I'm the dungeon master.
I was born outnumbered.
But yes.
You have no power here. You think pie will save you?
Internet loves cats.
So yes, we realized that having a crit miss as a devotional wizard?
Divination.
Divination wizard is pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yes.
Especially when the monster crit misses his attack and lets you make opportunity attack against it, which you crit on and makes you attack again.
It was excellent.
Good
times.
Choice.
Anyways, we've hence created our own crit miss chart. For crits, it's not going to be the cards. I don't want to use the cards because they can get overpowered. But I'm implementing some type of rule to when you say you're going to attack something, I want you to specify where on the monster you're going to attack. In which case, if you do crit, it's going to have some type of maiming effect or something like that.
Some contextual thing. Similar to how Drake attacked the eyes on the monster last time. And
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And how you hit its jaw and broke its jaw. So it can't use a bite attack anymore. Anyways. Yes, you fought a Shrilgar. You made short work of a monster that would have normally been very difficult to deal with if you had not gotten the information of it being, fight it in the light and whatnot. Not to mention the crit miss thing. And then you spent the rest of the long rest till morning, I think it was, divvying out loot and attuning to things. Go ahead, Daniel.
Sorry, quick question. We did complete a long rest, yes?
Yes, you completed it.
All right, then I'm going to roll my portent rolls for the day. 12 and a 3.
Well, at least it's not a crit miss.
Okay. At least it's not the worst thing.
Yeah, it's not the worst.
Tyler, where on this doll did those dice hurt you?
You ever see that meme of the dude sitting in the booth and it's just glowing? Yeah. That.
I foresee someone will encounter misfortune this day.
Oh no.
Say it.
All right.
Is it us?
It's never wrong.
So yeah, you guys divvied out the loot, and if it requires attunement, I'd say you are able to attune to it during this long rest. You had no disturbances. We'll skip the role-playing part for now and move on because there's going to be more long rest opportunities ahead. Let's just go to the map real quick. Bring you guys up there. Just so I can show you the distance. If you want to zoom in to where Ansagon is, that square is where you guys currently are.
Not a player. Hang on.
I'm not a player.
Get out of here!
I saw it switch on. I saw it switch on stream, and I was like, "Why the fuck didn't I move?"
What happened?
What happened?
Also have to rejoin as a player.
Oh, right there. Instagram.
Get out of here, DMs.
Speed.
Revolution.
Oh, sorry, kid.
You're just one of us today.
Oh,
Nice
guys,
try,
welcome.
it's only 10.8 feet to Krantz. We'll get there in no time.
Wow.
No time.
Wow. That's the
skip, and a
closest island.
This is just a
Body
puddle.
of land.
Anyways, so yes, here is this blue square here. Krantz is obviously there on the left. On foot, walking distance of the square is going to take you a day. So that being said, if you walk, along the path line here, it's going to take you about a little over 2 days. So you better be there on the third day morning. Yeah.
Oh no, 13 feet. 14 if you go on the top of town.
14.4.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. Do we want to hit town? Well, yeah, we should probably hit town before we do anything else.
You want to go back? You did walk, like, what was it? A decent amount of time to get here to begin with.
Yeah, so we walked about 8 hours that day. Do we want to camp? Do we want to keep walking a little bit, or
we took a long
next
rest.
morning? Is it?
Yes.
Oh, we already took a long rest. Never
Yes.
Yeah, we already did.
So make sure
12 hours.
you hit your long rest button.
mind. Duh.
Did we need to go back to town for
Long
anything? Or
rest.
I mean, if we wanted horses, we have enough money for it, but otherwise we can
But they
just
only-
continue on.
they only have 3
Oh, I
horses.
see.
And no saddles.
And the
I
people of
know.
Krantz are suffering as you speak.
Onward and upward.
The people of Krantz are counting on us.
Anyways, I assume that you're going
Much
to
to
be
their
eating.
misfortune.
So if you guys are going to be eating during that long rest, you might as well remove a ration.
Ooh,
Okay.
Let me do that off of Casio before I forget.
as soon as I find them.
I will do it for Bud as well.
Thank you, sir.
Of course.
Yes, we'll bring it up. Josh is not here tonight. He's going to skip this one.
Why does he have 2 rations?
Does he have 2 separate purchase items?
He's been
No,
overeating.
he's literally got a day's worth of
Sorted.
rations left.
What? It doesn't say how many with one day.
He's been double dipping.
I'm also going to attune his Luckstone because that sounds like something he would want.
Why would he do that?
I don't want it.
I think he got one of the I think he got like the priest pack, and it might have only come with 2 days of rations.
And they
Did
Priests
we-
still need food.
Oh,
Didn't we
okay.
Did
buy
we
it?
get food from the guy at the Board and Brew?
You did. You ate that day. So, I mean,
Yeah.
this is the very next day. So you can eat
Okay,
in the
so-
morning and not have to eat this day. If you want
Gotcha.
to.
Okay, so we don't have to. Okay. Let's do that, or else Bud's gonna starve.
Right.
I have 20 days of rations. I think I
But-
bought a bunch.
You did. I remember you
I think I
buying
did
that.
as well. Or
Yeah.
no, I've only got 10. Never mind.
got
so I did.
4 left.
I have
Now I
9.
have 4. I just took one off.
So if we want to eat the fresh food, we can, eat that now and then save our rations and just
Oh, are we?
call it a day.
So eat the
Yeah,
fresh
you
fruit,
guys-
all the rations. 'Cause I can do that.
Yeah,
That
I
works.
mean,
You're keeping
just-
one?
Fresh
yeah,
food?
just give it back to yourself for now.
Okay.
We'll probably eat it tomorrow.
Of course.
But that'll save some of us some life rations.
Especially Bud.
Yeah, I don't think I want to see what happens if the big kitty guy gets hungry.
Look, friend, by these meaty paws, I will eat you for a ration.
That's some nice music you're playing. You look mighty tasty.
Like I said, I foresee misfortune.
Oh no!
I will be role playing Bud as the cowardly lion.
Put him on! Put him on!
That's your voice now.
Anyway,
So the consensus is to move onward. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Absolutely.
So you move down the forest trail, and there is an actual trail. If you move back, I'll show you where you guys were before. It's kind of grown over. It's not used a lot. No, I'm just showing you where you were. Where the entrance of the where the cave was. There is like a small little trail that you can follow to get you there.
Okay.
Yes.
And you know that following trails are typically the safest way to get to anywhere, rather than braving the woods itself.
Would rather not meet with the hounds before we get there.
I would deem that to be wise.
So as you huff it, just roll. Everyone just roll a perception check.
What is my perception? Reasonable. Very reasonable.
Wait, what?
You have a advantage on.
Oh no, that's Bud's. That's Bud's roll. It just rolled it as me.
Oh, perception.
Do you have them open in a separate tab?
Oh no.
Wow.
Yeah, I do. I think because I've got it set as Kazdae in the lower right. I think it's just rolling as me.
Yeah.
So.
It says
Oh.
Bud Dad
Makes
Rod
sense, very
underneath.
Yeah, that's funny.
So it did.
Yeah,
rolled-
it just says
It's
you're
a-
rolling it, but
Yeah.
it's Bud's perception.
I say Foz and Kaz, you're kind of leading the pack here. Foz, your premonition and sensing some type of misfortune ahead, but you're not really quite sure what it is. And Kaz is just braving it up as you do, wanting to lead the pack.
Attempting to.
Yeah, you don't really notice anything hazardous up ahead until you guys run into a small camp where it seems like a small hunting party, less smaller than yourselves, maybe a group of 3 or 4, was overcome in the night by something you don't know. You can roll some type of checks.
Did they look like these bodies have been like mangled or?
There's no sign of the bodies, but there's sign of like struggle and sign of blood. So like the campfire is sizzling out. You assume it's from the day before.
I will investigate the bodies to see if there is any evidence on their person.
Sure.
And I'll check the surrounding area, just kind of looking for signs of what may have come out of. Like I'm assuming it's still kind of a wooded area.
It's still
Right.
wood. This is all a vast woodland.
Sure.
Is there stuff around?
It's just a campfire. It's not. I mean, there's a bag of loot there, like a backpack, one backpack.
I can levitate like once a day, because of what I am, being an air genasi. Yeah, it's a nice little
is a
thing I
thing.
have.
Okay.
I could, if you guys want, I could, 'cause I think I can go up like 30 feet and then scan around if I wanted to. Let me see.
I could also send my owl to accompany you.
So I can go up 20 feet. Yeah, I can go up in the air 20 feet and look around if you guys want.
I also have my familiar I could send up as well.
There's like trees and stuff, right?
What's up?
How heavily wooded is it here?
Yeah.
It's
how-
pretty
actually,
dense.
yeah,
It's pretty dense, yeah. hmm
Yeah.
So yeah, if you just, I'm not gonna make a roll.
You could try, but
if you go up high enough, you probably only see tops of trees.
tops of trees.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, never mind then.
so save it for like
Yeah, I'll save it
When
for
we're
some-
under attack or something.
yeah, if you're in
Yeah,
danger.
when I one of us has to stay alive.
Yeah.
I really need. If I go up in the air, I really need like a wall or something because I got to kick off of it if I want to go anywhere.
Just like kick off a tree.
You can't just
Levitate,
airwalk?
huh?
No, that's what fucking blows. It's like, yeah, you gotta follow levitate rules like everybody else. Like, but
Oh.
I'm not everybody else.
But I'm made of air.
I'm made of air.
Come on.
I'm 17 pounds because they make me look like I have skin. That's
Look at
why.
the gas cloud float. Ooh.
You were quite literally full of hot air.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so specifically, Kaz, what are you checking for?
I'm checking just like mostly just to like not necessarily looking for detail kind of thing. I'm looking for might have where they came from, like signs of what might have been there. Just looking in general, trying to get a feel for everything.
And Boz rolled as well.
Yes.
Investigation.
I would be looking through the bodies for
Cause
any
and Foz.
Cause and
identifying
You don't find-
icons
You don't
or
find
any
bodies.
clues.
You find some blood spurts.
Oh.
And one pack. The pack is it's an adventurer's pack. So if you want to take it, you can add that stuff to your inventory.
Does it have rations in it for Bud?
It definitely does. Yeah, it definitely does.
Say, like,
So is it explorer's pack or adventurer's pack? One of those. You assume, Kaz, that in that pack also, sorry, Foz, Foz and Kaz, fun.
You could
The
use
crime.
my whole name.
We
Yeah.
have fun.
Crime drama on NBC.
Parasaradin.
Parasaradin.
You find another 26 gold.
Dean and
Cause-
Daye.
I'd watch that show.
Your
I would,
underground
yeah.
egos.
Yeah.
Kaz, you assume,
I'm Dean, he's Die.
Are you ready to die hard?
Die hard.
With a vengeance?
with your perception check,
That's funny.
Yes.
you determine that this group was attacked before they could even set up the camp. They started a fire, and then before they could set up like tents or their bed mats or anything, they got attacked. Hence why there's only one pack here. Sign of struggle, no gear.
And no bedrolls? How do we
No
know it's
bedrolls.
multiple people?
One thing I would like to do is I will ritually cast detect magic.
Okay.
And scan the area.
You detect no magic.
I will, unless anybody's got it better than a +4, I'll have Bud do a survival check for tracks.
Sure.
So what kind of...
Give me just a sec.
Do it.
Hiya!
+4 is pretty good.
Nice.
No, mine's a +2.
That's good.
He's
Bud
not even
determines-
trained in it, he's just good at it.
Yeah.
He's wise.
he art wise in the ways of tracking.
Yeah.
Bud determines that the sign of struggle is very short-lived, as in whatever attacked them killed them quickly,
Okay.
and then after they were killed, their bodies were dragged away elsewhere, deep into the forest somewhere. There's a trail, but a trail kind of like the blood leaks out to where it's not traceable anymore.
Don't know about you. Sounds a bit like a Varegro. You already know they drag their prey back to home.
I don't like the sound of that, mate.
What the hell is that?
James, is your 3D printer fucking up? What's going on?
Are you sharpening a
Sounds like a
pencil,
rattlesnake.
James?
Ignore me.
It's ambiance. It's a snake.
It's his cat.
Snake.
Just snickers.
Anyways, you've been walking for hours. By the time you find this, and the sun is going down.
With Bud's roll, does he know? Do I know how long ago this attack was?
So you've been walking since maybe 5 hours, and you assume this fire is out now. It's no longer even like smoking at all. But you assume it was with that survival check, I suppose. You could determine it was probably around 9 o'clock the night before.
Okay.
Well, we know they hunt at sunset. So, I mean, do we want to try and take care of some right now? Quick note, the guilds didn't tell us how many there were, right? There's just a threat of them.
I don't know. Do you have any information about that?
I don't think they know any. I don't think we were ever told.
Oh, you're asking if the guilds told you. No,
Yeah,
when you
if
came
they
in,
told
none of you guys even knew about what you were hunting. You got sent on a mission to help the people of Krantz. You heard they were told you there was a monster, some dog-like monster hunting, attacking people, but you never were even told what it was. Reason behind that is because this is a newer monster. Even Gregor, the guy you ran into, he never fought him before.
I don't know about you. I'm not keen on fighting them. That's my first experience. Maybe the townsfolk no more. But these adventurers were surprised. Couldn't even get their camp up. We don't know if they have a weakness. If we can split them up.
Well, maybe we shouldn't make camp just yet. We should travel a little bit further before and wait, because they hunt at sunset. If we travel a bit more at night, maybe we catch them. We won't be targets, basically.
Well, what if we set a trap for 'em, mate? We used to do this in the army all the time.
That's what I
When
was
people
thinking.
were following us, we would just set up a fire, and one or two guys would stay there, and everyone else would hide. We'd use their stuff to make it look like everybody was sleeping. And then when they got ambushed, we just did the double ambush. And then I'd sing a song like, ha, ha, ha. Oh, the good times in the army, mate. I lost a lot of good friends, though.
There does seem to be plenty of cover up in the trees.
And how the rest of you feel about this? Because you asked, like, Drake and Vulcan.
Do we risk our lives for a simple trap?
Well, we set up camp early, mate. Some of us stay and some of us walk away. But we don't actually go anywhere. Most of us just sit in trees. Just hang out until the baddies come.
What if we just all sit in trees?
The alternative is that we just camp in the trees, hit town,
Well-
and come back.
Well,
I don't
the
think we
biggest-
know very much about these monsters.
I agree.
Could be dangerous.
Usually without a person there, mate, the trap was kind of hard to really make it believable.
Question, DM. Do we have Shrilgar meat?
I remember someone saying they tried to make a check to see if it was edible.
Yeah,
And
I was.
I think it was a poor check, if I remember right.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, and you couldn't determine whether or not it was even edible, and that's what
Did we get some bear meat?
you got. Hide, definitely got
Okay.
hide. You got cut off the head, I think, or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Because we got the
Yeah.
we got the meat of something.
Mhm.
Doesn't have to be a person.
So we could try and just set up that bear meat and make just observe them for tonight. See what sort of mentality they have while hunting. Maybe get an idea of their abilities.
And hope that they don't know how to climb trees. Granted, if they can climb trees, we're not safe anywhere. On this road.
Yeah.
That's true, mate.
Precisely.
Baddies that can go up just like you. Don't make it easy.
And what does Foz foresee?
It is uncertain.
Zoom, you were still feeling uncomfortable around Ocasio. And not to mention it, when that Shrilgar attacked, you were caught up in the moment, but you felt your prior injury, your scar, start burning around the Shrilgar as well.
Yeah, I'm just like, you see like Zoom is like sort of rubbing like at the back of his shoulder, of his right shoulder, I guess, like a little bit, and he's just like, but he doesn't really say anything about it. He doesn't complain.
Very good. All right, so what is the plan?
Well,
We
do
can find
wanna-
a big enough tree. I think that's our best bet.
Hide in the tree and observe. Do not engage unless we are attacked.
All right.
Indeed.
I think
So are you camping in the trees? What you're trying to do? Or are you just gonna sit overnight in trees? Or
I think
we're
we should
gonna set up
also
the meat, right?
leave all the meat out.
okay,
Yeah.
just like
Anything
on the
that'll-
path or something.
Also, because I don't want to be sniffed out if they do come and we have a bunch of raw meat all over us. I don't know if that's a good idea. So either we put it up in a different tree or we bury it or something. But like,
Somewhere away
I don't
from
know.
our position.
Us,
far away.
yeah,
Yeah.
Who
or
has?
somewhere that we can like observe from a distance. But
Yeah,
I don't
from a
know.
safe distance, I agree.
I also have my familiar, and
Oh, that's
could
true.
see through that.
True.
Should we wish to maintain a reasonable distance from the
Fuck it.
bait?
If I'm honest, I think that's a better idea.
I like
Leave the
that.
bait. Have
Very
leave the
wise.
owl. And we
Do
keep
we
going.
still
Like
wanna-
just a simple
We could
bird.
just sit in like further trees and just have Foz's familiar
Yes.
watch from afar. Just still do the tree plan, but just further away.
I must be within 100 feet of my creature in order to see through it, or communicate with it at least. Yeah, so if familiars within 100 feet, I can communicate with it telepathically. Additionally, as an action, you can see through your familiar's eyes and ears, and blah blah blah. Yeah, so it's a little vague on.
Uh-oh, where'd Brandon go?
Uh-oh. Oh no.
He's
Just like,
back.
yeah,
Reconnecting.
There we go.
There he is.
kick me out. Back in.
On the, it doesn't say specifically the range for what I can see and hear through it.
Sure.
But it says within 100 feet I can communicate telepathically with it.
Cool.
So.
All right, so
And I'm deaf and blind while actually
Yeah.
viewing through it. So.
Right. So then you guys go ahead and step into trees. You plan on staying there like overnight in the trees, or as long as it's gonna take?
Probably as long until like once the Valegros show up and then leave again. Maybe we'll come back down, but I think for now.
I think we're just trying to figure out how they're kind of roaming about while they're hunting, so we can
Sure.
figure out
Yeah.
Yes.
where they're
Just
going.
inspecting.
Figure out their behavior.
Yeah.
Of course.
Behavioral studies.
Behavioral.
Exactly.
I hope this isn't too meta gamey. Bud would ask, because he's smart and wise in this kind of thing, which way is the wind blowing?
Wind is blowing towards the west. East-west.
So east.
Friends, we want to be upwind. If possible.
We don't know where they're coming from. Was there any
Just a
direction?
suggestion.
Yeah.
It's not perfect, but I don't want to be sniffed out.
I look
Oh,
myself
of
up
course.
and down, and I'm like,
I think I'll be okay, mate, in any wind.
Foz, do you have the ability to like magically clean things and make them smell better, or not smell like anything at all?
That is not my speciality.
Oh, so you don't have the? I heard something called prestidigitation.
I do not.
Okay.
Should be a simple enough trick to learn, should I have access to the resources.
All right.
Let's get up into the trees. Well, let's set the bait, get up in the trees, do the whole thing.
Yeah. I'm not gonna make you roll checks for that. You set up. Was it bear meat? I think you grabbed.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Wet bear leather.
Wet bear leather. Climb up in nearby trees and do wait.
Delicious.
I'm going to have everyone awake, or not even awake, trying to sleep. Roll stealth check, and doesn't matter. Everyone roll stealth check.
Oh yes.
Ooh, here we go. Oh my god.
Wait just a sec.
That's the worst I could have gotten.
Whoa, triple.
Hey, mean bud.
Vulcan,
Alright.
are you bad at stealth? Never mind.
Disadvantage.
I'm gonna give one of you guys guidance. Actually, how about
Plus
that?
7.
I have.
I
You know what? I have
require-
inspiration. Can I use? I'm gonna use that so I can reroll my.
I am going to use my inspiration.
Okay, if we all vote,
God.
okay, would Bud use inspiration in this moment? Is that
Is
a
he
thing?
had?
Yes.
Well,
he
who
has
is
Yes, he would.
bad at stealth? Because I was actually thinking of using my 13 on somebody to hide, but
Well-
you all just rolled.
Cass and
And
Bud both wear chains, so we have disadvantage.
Okay.
Vulcan has disadvantage as well, but rolled really well. So
yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking of using it on James, but he rolled it right when I was about to ask him. So, and I have to use it before the dice roll, so that's why I'm asking.
I'll allow you.
Man, I rolled the
to roll-
same exact thing.
Before you roll, you say.
Whatever.
I'll allow you
Dean
to.
is never wrong.
I'll allow you to use inspiration if you want to, or your divination, Daniel.
Oh, okay. This
Okay,
is on.
this
I'll be
seems
right back.
important. Bud will use his inspiration for stealth. I think that makes sense.
But on who?
I don't
On
know.
himself, his own.
Oh, okay, okay.
Well, slight improvement.
I will use my inspiration.
Okay.
Oh, also, Cassio, who are you giving your guidance too.
I was gonna give it to you,
Aye.
probably.
Oy vey.
Wow.
Doesn't matter about our preparations or for not.
This is a really noisy tree, everyone. Why did we
Noisy
pick
and
the
smelly.
birch tree?
So I have a
Why did
one.
we pick a dead tree with the rattly things?
Yeah.
So here's what happens. You sit at the bear meat. You sit up in the trees for quite a while, and you're waiting for something to come up. I'm not gonna make a roll perception checks. Most of you guys are capable of seeing that what comes out of the forest is not the Valigo that you were told of, but rather what look like just wolves. And wolves cautiously approach the meat and start fighting over it. A couple of them start fighting, but it's a pack of wolves.
And
Before anything happens,
They're like, hey, what's all those assholes doing in a tree?
yeah, and just for the record, we're like further away, and I'm at least watching them through the owl, like kind of nearby. So Foz is blind and deaf, holding on to Zoom in the tree, kind of describing what's happening.
Okay.
I'm like,
That's
"Yeah, I
fine.
believe it, right?"
Then I'll have you make this check then, Daniel.
Alright.
It's a nature. Yeah, nature check.
Sure. I will use my 13 on my divination to make that a 17.
Very good. As you're approaching it's an owl, correct?
Yes, with
Really?
blind sight.
That's fine.
'Cause that's important because that killed my crow last time.
Uh, they don't even notice the owl.
Sorry, it's a 16, not a 17.
It's plenty. As you're hovering around these wolves, sure you're all disappointed that it's not a Valigo, but you notice something on the back of one of these wolves. It looks like a patch of fur is like fallen off of it, and it's just like fleshy red meat on its back.
Like, does it look like a wound, or does it look like it's just slowing off?
It looks okay almost.
Like
Its
what?
skin,
Decay.
like its skin is like melted off.
Okay.
Oh.
Like, it's decaying, sort of decomposing-ish.
Kind of, yes.
These wolves, they are decaying. At least one of them.
And for some reason, while you're in this tree, you lose your footing while you say this, and you slip off the tree and fall off the ground, and you take some damage.
Wait, could I try and catch him? Because I was like,
Yes, you
holding
can.
on
You
to it.
can. You
Yeah,
can.
yeah.
What should I roll?
Are you already holding on to him?
Yeah, I was like giving
So-
him like a
so,
piggyback right there.
In my mind, Foz is, since he's blind, it'd be like somebody guiding a blind person, sort
Right.
of like holding him like either on the arm or kind of on the shoulder.
Sure.
Leaning.
Okay. Then you
That's
can make
kind
a
of
strength
how I
or
imagine it.
dexterity saving throw.
I'll make a strength save. Whoa, Foz, look out!
Whoa!
Okay, so what happens is the branch that you're on cracks and he goes falling, but you catch him and he's dangling there. And the wolves get alerted and look your direction, but they scurry off instead of trying to attack you.
I climb back up. Thank you, my friend.
No prob.
What time of day is it when the wolves come out?
It was roughly like 10 o'clock
Oh,
as you guys waited.
Oh, so that's way after sunset.
yeah.
Hmm. Do you think
Well,
maybe we should
okay,
go-
let me put it this way though. The sunset does set later here, around 8 o'clock.
Okay, but that's still like, I mean, the sun's down now, right?
Yes.
Oh, it's also after when we fought the wolves attacked before. It's about the right time.
But those don't seem like Valigro. At least those just seem like kind of regular wolves with a back issue.
Yes, but we do not know if they could be related. Perhaps they are thralls of some sort. Or they could just be, as you put it, wolves with skin condition. Though, from the way it had an ill look about it. I suspect there may be something more going on.
Was the doggy dying, mate?
Did it look like it was like dying? I imagine
It doesn't look
from
like
the
it's
description
dying.
I want to say no, but okay. It did not look dying. It looked like it was decaying, falling apart. Large sores and gaping wounds across its back, but not caused by weaponry.
Oh my god, mate, who would do that to a puppy guy?
But
What
it
if
looked
that happened to our kitty guy, mate?
it looked
That's
more
not
than
right.
mange, yeah.
Question.
Sure.
Could I, with my knowledge of Arcana, from what I saw, be able to determine if this would be the effect of some sort of magic? Possibly. Not
Arcana check.
necessarily like, oh, like this, it's this spell, but just like, yeah, it could be caused by magic.
Roll check.
Right.
Your mom. Okay.
Fireball.
It
What
is
the
a
fuck?
Arcana, you're not sure.
Mom!
You know that
playing D&D, Mom!
Beat me.
acid-based things have a similar effect where it like melts skin, but this doesn't really look acidy to you, so you're not quite sure.
It looked similar to a wound caused by acid, but not exactly that. It was not caused by acid, but a sore similar.
Are you sure it wasn't mange?
Am I sure it wasn't mange? It did not look
I'm
it.
pretty sure that it's not. It seems pretty unnatural.
Okay.
This did not have a natural look to it. I am not fully trained in, well, the survival and hunting and tracking of creatures,
Oh.
but from my limited knowledge.
Well, I think we got a choice to make. You know, either we
Alright.
camp down on the ground or we get no sleep up in the trees.
Well, given these trees don't seem the most comfy,
I
These
think we're gambling on the cursed wolves, but there's more out here in these woods.
You just have to take watches, I guess.
Aye.
agreed.
You did lose your bear meat, by the way. If anyone had it in their inventory.
I lost my what?
Bear
cooked
meat.
anyway.
Oh, bear meat. Okay.
Burmer.
Let me make sure I didn't have that in the bag of holding. Apparently, I'm the dude
Yeah.
with the stuff.
And we voted on it.
Nope.
Well,
I
it's
did not have
gone
that.
now, so it doesn't matter who had it.
We still in the trees?
At the moment, yeah.
My cloak, while I'm chilling in the tree, I turn it around because I'm wearing it, and it's now being used as a blanket. Still a cloak, but it's keeping me warm.
I could totally see your character wearing a snuggie around their neck and then turning it around.
There you go.
It looks like it. Well, it looks like it. I am wearing my cloak of many fashions,
Mm.
and right now the fashion is a blanket.
Look, mate, it gives me access to my arms. It's a blanket and a robe.
Do you guys want to set up camp?
The blobe.
Yes.
It's like a globe, but a blanket. Get it? It's a globe.
Yes, I believe we should set up camp.
Yeah.
Either that or travel all night.
It's past sunset, so I think we're past the hour of the Libra,
it's-
right?
It's pretty dark though. It's never really good to travel in the dark.
We're
Agreed.
definitely not traveling in the dark.
We should
That is
probably-
a bad idea.
What we
I
should
was
probably
being
do,
facetious.
we should probably just set up camp and move on in the daylight. Just get up early.
Casio volunteers for first watch.
I'll
I'm
take
going to
first
bed.
watch
Sounds like a
too,
plan.
mate.
Okay, so you guys set up camp.
Do we light a fire?
We light a fire.
Is it cold?
It's brisk. It's not like freezing. Say it gets to like 50 degrees at night.
Would we be like risking exhaustion if we didn't light a fire? Is there any like?
No. Yeah, I'd say if you're in your your gear that you have, your bedding stuff, then you can stay warm without a fire. It's like camping in the woods under the stars, essentially.
Sure.
Maybe we skip the fire tonight, lads.
Probably a good idea,
Save
mate.
the supplies.
The wolves can
My
come
bones will
Stay
miss the heat, but I believe that is for the best.
I agree.
Does anybody not have dark vision?
Me, but I have light, so
I do not think I have it either.
I don't think I have dark vision.
but my owl does.
So, the
And I
better
can tell
question
it
is, who does
to-
have it?
Hoot
I
and
don't have it.
wake people up.
No, I don't
we'll
have
call
dark
it,
vision, but I
Hang on.
don't,
I don't.
ever stop breathing ever. That's all I got.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but that sounds like a challenge.
Yeah, it's an unending breath. I can hold my breath indefinitely while I'm not incapacitated. So
That sounds like a
Here you go.
challenge for you to lose. Hey guys, let's all see who can hold their breath underwater for longest.
a new campaign begins.
And Casio can breathe underwater, so.
Oh my god.
And the campaign ended with Acasio and Umlau both won.
And they're still down there today.
To this day, the
found
competition
them.
still rages
Yeah.
on.
It's like who actually has the longer lifespan. of
Some
the
say
race.
this is how the legend of underwater basket weaving was made. As Koss is rolling out his bedroll, you say, "Make sure none of the watches have anybody who can't see at night." And I'll just go to bed.
All right, Umlau and Casio. We're gonna have to roll perception checks, but do you want to have any conversation while this happens?
I have a candle, just a small candle, so I light it and stick it right next to us. I know it's nothing crazy, not to help me with any perceptions or whatever, but it's a small, whatever. Oh, sweet.
Ooh-wee.
Very good.
There we go.
Yeah, I'll first start with the perceptions. Our watch, I'll say 2-hour watch, goes without incident. You hear basically everything that scurries around in the woods, but nothing seems of a threatening nature, more of just like small critters, restless during the night, hooting of owls and various birds, and the wind blow. That's about it.
While we're sitting there and I had the candle, for the most part, I know Acasio is like a pretty sad guy, so I'm just kind of humming a lot of the tunes, and especially trying not to make much noise. But I look to him and I'm just like,
Hey, mate. Would you like to hear a sad story? You know, I'm not always the chipper guy that I am around everybody else, and maybe this'll make you feel better. It seems like when somebody dies or you have to kill something, you get like this little thing on your lip that looks like a smile, mate. Yeah, it looks like that. It's kind of creepy, but you know, I can dig it.
Casio does look a little bit more distraught than normal, especially after hearing about the wolves with some type of decaying property. He kind of just gives you a nod.
He's like, all right, mate, I'll tell you a story that nobody knows. So, when I was just a little windy guy. I was left all alone by my dad, mate, 'cause he had died, right? And that incident was kind of funny, 'cause he was chasing my mom, but he never found her, and then I found him, but that's another story for another day, mate. So anyway, I got here, and I was taken by a guy who had two personalities. One was really nice and taught me how to sing and stuff, but the other one told me I like sucked, and he said one time that I should eat shit, but I didn't, mate. I didn't do it, but I did, mate. It was pretty bad. But anyway, I got here, and then he left me here.
Seems
just
like you
left
had
me
a
here.
terrible childhood.
No, my childhood was actually pretty great, mate, until I met that guy. Well, until he would switch to the mean guy. When he was the mean guy, he used to make me like do other stuff. It's why I ended up being in the military, mate. Otherwise, I would go crazy.
I do not blame you.
Yeah, mate. So what about you? Why you always like sad? Is it 'cause we're not in the water?
I'm not from the water, I'm from the underdog.
I don't know what that is, mate.
It is currently underwater.
Oh, well, that's just about the same thing I said. Look at that star, mate. It looks like a goldfish. Let's just look at those. And Umlaut just kind of stares off.
Akasi will remember this.
I'm
I
gonna bet.
I've gained relationship points.
With a sleeping guy. Because Dai is like, I like that guy.
yeah, so our watch passes by the incident. Who do we wake?
Who's next up in watch?
I could think of a very funny combination right now.
What, you and Foz, so you can't see anything?
No, Kaz and Bud.
I don't want to make Matt do that. That's
We're gonna
mean.
need some bonding here.
I will do it if you guys want me to.
You know what? Sure.
kinda wanna
But we both have dark vision. I don't think it's a good idea to put us on the same watch.
He speaks true.
I will volunteer for Kazdaye, well, at least before I go to sleep or whatever.
Foz and Kaz.
No, I don't. I wouldn't wake up Zoom because Zoom doesn't. He doesn't look at me the right way, so I feel uncomfortable around him.
Well,
So,
you even do try to wake me up, and I just
I
like
don't.
glare.
No, I look at you. I'm like, So I'll say that Umla wakes up Foz because he volunteered, and I'll wake up Vulcan.
Okay, I go up to Foz now. Hey, mate. I know you already knew I was coming and that you're already awake, mate. So it's time for you to get on your watch, and I'm only talking to annoy you. And I run off and I giggle a little bit, and I'm like,
At least you're aware of it.
and then I go
Slowly gets up, like, oh, my back. Sort of grumbling.
And Costume just goes up to Vulcan. I know you're not sleeping because you don't sleep. I just nudge you and be like, "You're up. Your turn."
I am watching.
Well, you can watch with Foz then. And tuck in for the night. You two may roll perception checks.
Who am I with? Vulcan?
Vulcan.
Ah, okay.
I mean, just haven't moved.
Wait. If you don't mind.
Perception.
I would like to. Would I be able to look through my familiar, since it
Sure.
has dark vision, and use
Sure.
that perception?
Definitely.
It has keen hearing and sight, so it has advantage on perception checks that rely on hearing or sight.
Almost as if his hearing and sight were keen.
That confused me because I saw a 20 in the thing and I was like,
I haven't even seen the die roll, so I was like,
Plus 17?
So
Do you? You rolled okay.
yeah. So the whole time, yeah, Foz is just kind of like sitting there. His eyes are just like kind of glowy white and completely silent, and the bird's just kind of flying by.
Vulcan doesn't really
It all seems very
see
black to me.
much. Yeah, it's very dark to you, but you do hear some various bird squawks and whatnot. Fuzz through the owl's eyes, you do see other birds jumping from tree to tree. Like Umlau, you do hear various
Yes,
rodents
jumping birds.
scramping around. But nothing threatening. So unless you want to do role play of conversation, you may pass your watch. At this point, it's 2 in the morning.
I find your future clouded, Metal One. I do not know what awaits you.
Did you guys see my comment?
It is puzzling.
Did he see it?
James.
I'm sorry. I was
Foz hears
touching me.
nothing because he's. Oh,
Yeah,
yes, I guess so. Sure.
you are my one.
Sorry, I might be having audio issues though. I keep cutting
Yep.
out.
There's like a big lag right now between Roll20 and what I'm hearing from you guys.
Check 1, 2.
Maybe
check
I should
2.
reconnect. Hold on. Maybe that'll help.
Go on, James. It's working.
It's trying. I missed what was said though.
Oh, okay. I find your future clouded, Metal One. It is perplexing.
Oh, have you met many of my kind?
No, 1 or 2 in passing.
Perhaps
But-
you mean to tell me we have no future.
That is yet to be uncovered. But I am very interested to find out. Never before have I seen a group of so many people gathered together whose futures are clouded.
Then there is only the hunt. It's us together.
And what
I look
drives
forward
you
to it.
for this hunt?
At the end of the hunt is gold. I'm here to
No.
get paid.
No other motivations?
None.
Interesting. That one made of metal craves more of it.
Gold is power in this world. We learned this early.
Gold is one type of power, yes, but there are many other forces at work. Many which are unseen.
Perhaps the words are spoken in gold, one way or another.
Perhaps.
Anyways, your watch goes without incident. Who do you wake for the next?
But in cause now. I will. Cause hasn't. You know what? No, I will wake Dreek.
I'm not moving, so I'm gonna. It's kind of an indication for you to wake up too.
Wait, who's not moving? What?
Oh, you're just like kind of powered
Vulcan,
down.
yeah, Vulcan is basically motionless for most of that.
Yeah. I will wake Dreek and Kazdaye. One of you can see in the dark, yes.
Yeah, I can.
Alright.
I cannot.
Perception checks. Dreek with disadvantage. If you don't have dark vision, it would be a disadvantage.
It would be in my list of features and traits.
On
right?
your character sheet on the far left column in the middle, where it should say senses, it'll say it there.
One. Lizard folk don't have dark vision, for sure.
But they
Okay,
shouldn't, yeah.
fair enough.
But when you roll a perception check, hold control, it'll give you disadvantage.
I just roll it again.
Okay.
Yeah, roll it again. Still good. Your watch, you don't really see anything, but you do hear the various howling of the wolves. They don't seem to be anywhere nearby, so you feel like you're safe. There's some scampering around, some various birds, but nothing too threatening, nothing close by.
So Koss sleeps in his helmet, or at least covers himself with a hood. When he wakes up, you see him just kind of like ruffle his hair a little bit, just kind of cracks his neck. In the dark, you can't really see, like, you see his silhouette, but you just see just very pale silver eyes, kind of just with a tiny faint glow to them. He just takes his helmet and plops it down next to him and just sits back to something. A tree, probably.
A stump or a rock.
Yeah.
Any conversation?
Hang on, I'm trying to think.
What a boring evening.
It is like 4 in the morning right now, by the way. By the end of your watch, rather.
I find that the boring ones are the ones I crave the most.
Sometimes boring is a good change of pace.
Boring watches are the best ones.
Better than getting your hand ripped off by a wolf.
Can't say I disagree. You travel much?
I've seen my way around. On that ship, one of the men who wronged me, I saw him, but I let him live. Fortunately, he was attacked by the monster.
There are many different words for it across different cultures, but justice is justice. If you got it.
I'll take it.
Why didn't you kill him?
I didn't want to become what I hated. I do not kill the innocent.
Koss will remember that. It's mighty big of you. Many from the Rogues Guild. Many people think I'm thieves and murderers. So what? You got a heart of gold or something?
Don't get me wrong. For the right price, I'll do what has to be done. But in my heart, murder is not what I crave.
We crave violence.
I crave bloodshed.
Indeed.
Very nice. You want to wake up your next two? The last two, which would be Bud and Zoom, I believe. Let's have a more
Anything else to say? No? Alright. I will wake up Bud.
Awake your inner Bud, Matt.
It's that
Drake, do you wake up Zoom?
need my courage.
Yes. Zoom. It's your turn.
I imagine Bud waking up in a very similar way.
Like in unison, just like.
Both of you have sleep apnea, apparently.
Start making breakfast.
4 a.m.
There we go.
By the end of your watch, it'll be 6, and you'll be waking up everyone.
Yeah.
Roll your perception checks.
Whoop. Sorry, hang on. I'm on the wrong character sheet anyway.
Huh?
Say, friend, normally I'd talk to you a lot. I'd be super interested. I might even tell you about Helm, but I'm super interested in what's going on in this forest right now. Leave a message at the beep.
But determines there's nothing going on in the forest.
What was that? You agreed to give me all your gold?
That's right. You heard it here first. Free subscriptions to Helm coming at you.
Oh, you have a luck stone there.
I can't
What's
help but
that thing
notice.
do? Oh, cool. Can I have it?
It. Yeah. No, I'm saving it for my good buddy Kaz.
Bud sounds like the town crier.
No, he's got more of that smarmy. Well, no, that's more radio host. I don't know.
I was about to say, he sounds totally like a radio host.
He's got a different inflection that I can't really.
Welcome to BUD ROD Radio.
That's just normal Matt coming through. I can't get Josh's like dulcet tones into his bud.
Conversation will be minimal.
Yeah, for lack of conversation with actual Bud here, I'm like kind of staring like, well, I'm looking out because I rolled pretty good for that. But I'm always in like the corner of my eye, like looking down at Ocasio, like I don't trust him, and I'm like,
It's kind of like,
expecting him to, like jump up and kick my ass or something.
I was gonna say, you kind of like take steps around Ocasio, like looking at him, and then you notice like at a certain point when you get close enough to him, your scar starts hurting, like stinging again, and when you back up, it starts being fine again. So you know there's something straight up with Ocasio that's makes you feel extremely uncomfortable.
Would Bud notice that? I don't want to speak for his role play, and I don't want to do like step over his bounds, but he's got a pretty high perception and insight passively, so
I assume that it's pretty easy to tell that Zoom is uncomfortable around Ocasio.
okay,
Say that much.
fair enough.
Yeah, I think everyone probably would have noticed that like Zoom sort of avoids him and like.
Even Ocasio noticed.
I didn't want to assume anything, you know. I didn't realize Zoom was a racist, but you know, I didn't. So, it is what it is.
He's from France.
Okay.
Cringe is just
That's just racist
right.
against all cringe people.
We just like our barbecue and guns down here. Don't want any of
like,
them seedy people.
Whatever you say, Bubba.
We like the KFC chicken, regular or crunchy. Anyways, yeah, your watch goes without incident. It's a successful long rest, and you wake up everyone the next morning at 6 a.m. ready to push onward.
We'll say like I wake everyone up by cooking. I'll like try and cook something out of our rations.
Ooh. First really bad portent rolls. Sorry.
There's still something at least. We're still below 10.
Those I like to see.
Completely average.
To average.
Yep.
With a low enough modifier, that can still be useful, but
yeah,
or a
So-
high enough modifier.
So without having the need to snuff out a fire, you guys can push onward.
Let's do it. Ration time.
I was about to say, did we use up our rations this time?
You can use up another ration, or if you have some type of scavenging skill, you might be able to
Well,
take some
okay.
time.
How many rations did we give to Bud?
Whatever we found in the Dungeoneer's pack.
The pack, yeah.
What is that, like 10 normally?
Should we
Ask
roll?
If it's an explorer or an adventurous, it's usually 10, but
It wasn't full though. There was 8 in there.
okay.
So, yeah, he's at 10.
How convenient.
-1 ration.
-1.
Bloop.
Bloop bloop.
You push
Travel
onward. Push onward. Let's go over to the map.
Uh-huh.
And I will bring you guys.
Uh-huh.
Cool. Time for another Indiana Jones travel montage.
Zoom in over to Ansagon area where the square is. When you start this, God, I can't do this.
Yeah, me too.
You end up like, center square here, maybe.
Perish.
That's fine. You presume that by the end of your next, or when nightfall is, you're going to be like probably there, pretty close to town, within like 4 hours of walking.
It's not so bad.
So you push onward. The forest is actually very pleasant. The wind is very light. It's warm. No threatening monsters attack you. No ambushes. Nothing of that sort. And you get to about when night starts approaching, the sunset starts happening. Around right when the sunset goes down, you get to about this point here. I want to say like right when the sunset goes down, close to 9:30 ish is when this all happens. So the sun just set. You find blood trails.
Oh no.
They're coming. We'll roll. Anyone who wants to roll survival.
Okay, blood trails?
Anyone?
Well, yeah, if you want to, you can. If you feel like you can help out here.
We're getting really close to Krantz, right?
Yes.
So I would like probably recognize some of this area.
Yeah, you traveled this road. I'll give you advantage.
Rolling again. Does that mean?
Nope. No, it
That
wasn't
was
you.
Drake. That was Drake. Yeah.
There you go.
Rolled high anyway.
Oh, the other one's better.
Yeah, Bill and Kaz, I'd say, are the only ones that really got this one. You can pretty easily tell that the blood is.
Sorry,
What?
that's Bud first with the 16.
Oh, okay. Well, then both Bud and you can both tell.
Those fresh early morning boys.
Can both tell that the blood's extremely fresh and it's being pulled deeper into the forest from north, where the trail is, from north to the west side, kind of in a curved direction. So you assume that this probably came from Krantz.
Well, that's not a good sign.
And there are 3 separate blood trails.
We should take note of the direction. Actually, I am going to have send my familiar. Is it still wooded?
It's all wood in here, yeah. It's woodland.
Okay.
You're approaching the end of the woods, but you're still in the woodland.
I will have my familiar fly and kind of follow the trails, but like in the tree branches, sort of like under the leaf cover. So it's not like super high, but like within the forest cover, but kind of following, but still flying.
Mm-hmm.
And just to like go a little ways to see like how far it goes, if the trail keeps going or what.
You're traveling west to where the things are being dragged, or you're traveling up towards.
Yeah,
it?
this would be my familiar is.
Okay.
So now all kind of flying over.
Make a perception check.
Ooh, right.
It is nighttime, so your owl will be fine.
That's perception. Or advantage on perception for sight and hearing.
Yeah. As it catches up, I say,
Mhm.
you see 3 bodies being dragged by beasts that you come to know as the Veligro.
Okay.
Let's see if I can do this.
They are nearby.
Let's see if I can do this actually. I'll show you what they look like to just you.
Boy.
All right, can you see that in your
in my journal?
in your journal? Yeah.
Veligro, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, that looks nasty.
So besides the little small hand things, they have like regular, actually appendages. So they have like thumbs.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah.
They,
And they have
so
kinda, like,
this is
sensitive
Daniel
mandibles,
speaking. They have little teeny tiny T-Rex arms.
but they don't really have that.
Oh, they don't. Okay.
No.
They're just like normal wolf.
They're like actual like they have appendages. So they have a thumb.
Oh, okay. Like paws, but like with thumbs or like full
Yeah.
on like hands.
I mean, it looks like a hand with like sharp claws though.
Okay.
Yeah. Think werewolf hands.
Okay. They are lycanthropic in an appearance, but with no fur, just their muscle showing. They have hands with claws, similar to human hands, but larger. Sharp
Also-
fangs, sunken eyes.
Very good. Also, I've added the other monsters you've encountered
Oh,
into
cool.
your journal as well for all of you
Oh,
guys to look at. Yeah. So he describes what he saw to you. These
Do
there's
they move? Sorry, are they moving like quadruped or
like
like kind of?
currently, yes, and they're
Okay.
dragging, kind of like pulling with their neck as they go along.
Okay.
Some are
And
actually using their hands to drag as well.
they run on all fours, but they use their hands. Knowing this, I would actually have my owl like be in the treetops, and if any of them notice it, I'm gonna recall my familiar back to me.
Roll stealth check.
So it'll poof. Sorry, thinking. It's a 16.
One does notice you and it looks up at you. It drops the body it's been dragging.
Okay. If it like starts to like kind of approach or anything.
It starts growling and just staring at you, or the owl rather.
I will wait, and if it starts to move, then recall it.
It starts making kind of like a growling, like hissing growling sound, and the other Veligro stop dragging and look at you as well and start approaching.
All right, and then I'm back.
And then you
They make a
alert-
growling, hissing noise as I come back to my own consciousness. We should move quickly.
It is approaching 10 o'clock at this time. You can choose not to rest. You can choose not to rest and maybe travel another like 5 hours and probably make it to town.
So for the record, we encountered the Veligro dragging people approximately at 10 p.m. ish.
Good call out.
And in real life at 10 p.m.
That's
Nani?
I'm so immersed.
Ah, what's that outside my door?
it's a Veligro with hands.
Pi, what are you doing now?
Ah!
So what do you want to do? Do you want to
Prehensile
have a camp or do you want to move forward?
Is there any do we think there's any benefit to getting there tonight besides
Question.
potential safety?
Is town
Approximately
safe?
how far did my familiar travel?
I want to say about a mile.
About a mile. Okay, so I would definitely tell everyone they are about a mile away. I thought it was a lot closer than that. Okay,
No,
lesser.
as a bird, you can travel a mile pretty quickly.
Yeah. No, I just didn't. My mind wasn't sure how far the bird had traveled before it saw that. So, good to know.
It isn't far.
if we try to get to town, is town safe right now?
Could be
They-
pulling from the edge of town. We're still
I'm
in
sure-
danger either way.
That's what I
Approaching the
was
town
like.
at night, we should be careful. Since
that's
people
what I
have just
mean.
been murdered.
Town isn't safe
The town
itself.
will.
Yeah.
Huh?
Because I don't want to risk a point of exhaustion if we're not sure if town is safe.
You risk getting attacked on the road without the
I think
safety of
we're-
town and other people.
I think we're more prepared to get attacked on the road than we would be going into town at night, not knowing what's coming through town. But it's really
Oh, we
up to the
should-
group.
We should put it up to a vote then.
I guess I'll do it in character. I don't know, mate. Maybe we should stay here for the night. I'm getting kind of tired. But if you guys think we should go to town, maybe eat some dinner, have some tomatoes or something, it might be a good night.
Some avocados, even.
Ooh, that sounds good too. Maybe some avocados, mate.
I do think that if we are going to fight these things, we should fight them without being exhausted.
Agreed.
That would
Just think
probably
we
be
should do it
wise.
on our terms.
There's not much more we can do for him tonight if they've already hunted.
Unless they come back for us. Who knows? Who knows what else is out here? I don't know. There could be more.
Well, I think I'd rather fight him away from town than potentially risk more of Krantz. The people of Krantz.
We could always get close to town, mate. Check in for the day, then come back out before all the nighttime stuff happens. I mean, just stay out here for tonight.
So then let's put it to a vote, like Kaz said. All in favor of pushing onward.
Just me?
I believe we should get to town.
It's two. Anyone else?
Investigate. And then deal with these creatures.
I think Bud would be with Kaz as well.
I think Bud would just abstain from this. I don't think it's gonna... I don't want to speak for him, but...
Well, you guys are typically like two birds with a feather, so... Is that the right saying? Two birds with the same feather? Yeah.
Two
Birds of a
buds
feather.
of the same dad rod.
And Kaz actually would probably be on your side too, considering that he feels like he owes you a life debt.
Built the opposite of Acacia.
So that is what, 4 people versus 4 people? That doesn't help.
Well, I think Zoom is trying to think like Zoom's sort of at a crossroads because it's Krantz. It's like maybe people he knows or knew or something.
I'll say this.
Um,
We know nothing extra that we didn't know the day before. We have no information.
Agreed.
Other than they've got hands and thumbs.
Information onward.
If you think that's enough, then we should do it. But those Castle asked Foz, those people are dead, right?
They were very
Bodies.
much dead, yes.
Well, let me see. What perception?
Like, were they screaming or anything? Like,
Were they alive or dead?
They were
It was a
bleeding,
16.
but you don't
I'm
know.
sorry,
You can't
21.
tell if they were unconscious or just dead.
they were not moving. They could have been unconscious, but being dragged a mile in that state, to me, doesn't seem very likely. With the amount of blood. How much blood have we seen?
Out of blood.
It's a lot.
With the amount of blood bleeding for that long.
I will have Bud roll a medicine. No, he's not trained in that either. What the fuck is he trained in? He's just his numbers are
Probably
so
talking
large.
about Helm, I'm guessing.
Holy shit, dude! Like
Didn't
all
he
of his
roll, like,
skills are just
amazingly?
so big.
Yeah.
But
Didn't he,
like
like-
his stats aren't even that amazing. I'm just like all of his skills are super high. Oh, it's the luck stone giving +1 to everything.
Oh,
Oh.
He's the one who found it. He's the one who deserves it.
Damn. No, like even in his untrained stuff, he's got like a +4, +5s. Like there's like 4s and 5s and a
wow.
lot of shit in here. He has a +4 medicine. Not trained in it. Is anyone else trained in medicine?
In medicine,
I am
don't
not.
think so.
I have +3, but I'm not trained.
No.
Okay. So
Tyler-
in that case, would Bud know if that's enough blood to make someone be dead?
What? You were gonna say
We
something,
can still
right?
see blood after a mile out of.
I'm just asking.
Why?
Maybe his heels are all scraped up, and it's just
much
like
blood
a lot of drops all the way for a mile.
What were you gonna say, Daniel?
Huh?
Were you about to say something? Or not?
No, I was just asking, would this where the red dot be about where I saw them, ish?
You didn't see the den, but you saw them dragging it that direction.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Fair
kind
assessment.
of
It's a fair assessment.
in my mind.
Triangulating.
It's a fair assessment.
Cartographing.
Sure. With that medicine check,
He's predicting it. It must be true.
you assume that these people are on their last legs if they're still alive. There's no way they're like going to make it unless they're helped the second. If they are still alive.
To the point where if we had to travel a mile, they'll be dead by the time we get there.
It's possible. Very likely.
I put my hand on Zoom's shoulder, like, I know you're scared of what's happening, mate.
Did you
But-
fly up to me?
Yeah, just
It's
I'm
your
just
levitate.
and I'm just like, but when this is all over, I'll sing you and your whole town a song of goodies. How does that sound, mate?
It sounds real nice, Umlau. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too, mate. I get to sing my new song. Yeah.
And you can see Fru's like fists are like clenched really hard together, and like he's got like you see like veins and stuff on his arm. Tense.
So perhaps not a vote then. What do you think, Zoom? It's a long shot. Should we save
I'll
these
leave it
townsfolk?
up to you,
Should we try to
mate.
save these townsfolk?
I mean, it would mean encountering them sooner, but if we knew that they were alive, for sure.
So so for this, I know Bud and I would both agree. There's a chance of saving them.
Umlau would also agree with them at that point and go, if
There's a chance of saving them, mate. We should probably go do it.
How about this?
Daniel saw about 8 of these things, by the way.
Okay.
But what about 8 of them?
Oh,
Pause will pipe in and just kind of put a hand on Zoom's shoulder and say, Zoom.
how is everyone reaching my shoulders here?
You're a
It's just
very
like
reachable guy,
everyone.
mate.
On his elbow. And
What was that Fallout Boy video where like all the hands show up?
yeah.
Gorilla hands and
We just zoom on 3, 1, 2, 3, zoom.
1, 2, 3. There's 8 of us.
my friend, fate has spoken for these individuals. We cannot help them.
Your predictions are never wrong, Foz.
Roll, do your check here, prophecy check. That make you do.
Oh, okay. Was it intelligence or arcana?
I think it's straight intelligence. Right?
Straight intelligence, okay. No, I have to click the plus.
Add the skill. Make a prophecy skill. You can do it.
That's a good roll.
Okay, so with that roll, I'm going to tell you that your chances of saving these people are extremely slim. There is a slight chance, like, hey, if you crit, that's like your chances of saving these guys. So
No, pause. Sticks with what he just said.
Zoom kind of like releases tension a bit and just says, I mean, we go in there and we die. We're kind of the last hope that the rest of the villagers have.
Exactly.
We should probably get more information. Maybe they have something more in town.
So the question is, are we pressing onward or are we camping?
Should we go now or later, mate? I'll leave it up to you.
Let's put it up to a new vote.
I believe we should press onward. Reach the town.
Zoom, you know that it's about 5 more hours of travel.
Do I know any like ways that would maybe make it faster? Like, do I know like a shortcut or anything?
Make some type of check for me.
How about history?
Okay.
Holy shit!
You know a way of getting there, saving yourself about an hour.
Hey ho, there do, Tom Bombadillo.
I know a slightly faster way.
We have to go off the path, though.
Might be a little dangerous, but we could get there.
I'll follow
Might run
you,
into a
mate.
prison.
If the Blaegro have already hunted, I think we're already safe.
Let's continue. Follow me.
Let's do it.
Worth a shot.
I will hold back Umlau briefly.
Okay.
And I'll just, Cass will just like, kind of like, how tall are you?
Umla?
Yeah.
Shit. I think I don't remember how fucking tall I am. That's a question.
I think I intentionally made Cass like shorter than 6 feet. That's why I just want to ask.
Yeah, I think Umla is pretty tall, actually.
Okay.
I can't even remember how to get there.
Oh, maybe you could reach.
Description.
No, that's fine. Either way, I'll just. He would just look at. He would hold you back just briefly to let everyone go forward, and he says, "You know, I haven't met many people that are as bright as you. And I don't mean smart. I mean, you give people hope.
You're dumb as fuck.
I
Don't
reserve.
get me wrong.
No, don't get me wrong.
You're not smart.
I reserve the right to call you dumb as fuck. But you give people hope. That's something that's sorely lacking.
Well, mate, I'll tell you something. It's kind of sad, but I realized it when I got here. Well, when I was left here, but that's a story for another time, mate. But when I lost all my hope, I thought everyone else should maybe have some. You know, keep everybody else happy and whatnot, mate. Seemed like a good idea at the time.
You just hear a chuckle from beneath his helm, and he's just. I wish we had more of you back in Odasses. Or not Odasses, sorry.
Ovella?
Wish we had more of you. Wish we had more of you back in Ovella.
I could probably call a couple guys, mate. I knew like a guy who liked to sing shanties, but he liked to be drunk all the time. He's a party animal. Maybe I'll send him a letter or two.
I'll just give you a firm clap on your shoulder. I'm sure they'll get along just fine.
Ah, all right, mate. Let's sing a song. We're walking in the forest. I got my buddies too. I'm walking with my buddies. 3 or 4 and me and you. Huh,
You know-
I'm gonna put that one away.
I'm not much of an improviser. Is there a song we can sing that I know the words to?
Tell you this, mate. I don't really remember any of the words to any of my songs. I just kind of sing them, and then they help people, I guess. Situational. That's how I like to sing.
And as you look onward, the party has actually moved pretty far away without you.
I'll push us forward and be like, I won't question your methods.
I just happily move forward. I'm humming and strumming away.
Quick question, Tyler.
Sure.
How far did I have to be from Acasio before I started feeling stuff.
I want to say within 10 feet.
Yes, I'm like,
Stands 11 feet away.
Stands within 5 feet.
Yeah, so you go to 11 feet away and
So it goes to 11.
press on throughout the night, and you finally arrive at Kranz. What time? So I said 3 hours, 4
I
hours.
said it was around
Yeah.
10 with another 4 hours. So
You're there like 2 in the morning.
2 a.m.
2 a.m. All right. Let's move you there. But first, change this music.
home sweet home. Sweet home, Krantz.
Savannah. Where
Oh,
the
lovely.
blood is so red. Holy shit,
That
dude.
is
This
a
place is
lot
a
of blood.
How much blood does this girl have?
Blood that you
God.
found wasn't so thick, so you assume this is like more of like the fresh like injury, and then started to like close as it was moved
Jesus Christ, are they busting into people's homes?
Wow.
Just dragging one guy around.
on. As you approach, Bill, Zoom, this house here, you know, that was your host family's house. This one on the right,
Wow.
That's your whose family's house?
host family.
Oh.
Well, shit. Zoom like runs up here. I guess I'll open the door because I don't
It's
know
only
if I
polite.
see all this. I knock.
I would have. I am the one who knocked. I would have charged in behind him, weapons drawn.
Yeah, remember it's 2 a.m.
Yeah, is anyone out right now, or is it just like?
It's pouring rain now. That's what the music dictates. And the blood's kind of like washing in the mud. People are pretty much locked inside because they're afraid of the threat that they know are well aware of. But as you go to this house and you knock, no one answers.
I don't actually. I like kick open
Okay.
the door.
Just roll an athletics check.
Okay.
That's fine. You kick the door right off. Any lock that it had broke right off.
I just Kool-Aid man.
You find like a mess of gore on the ground. But no like organs or anything. It's just blood.
Zoom
The
just.
bed is destroyed.
The bed is destroyed.
Yeah.
No, the bed. No.
Not bad.
Not bad.
How can we rest now?
Zoom just like stands a bit in the doorway, and anyone just sees like from the view from behind, like he just starts like breathing really heavy, and if you could see his face, you'd see he's like sort of in this shell-shocked mode, and his like eyes are extremely wide as he goes into a rage or recall, as I call it.
Are you like blocking the whole doorway?
I assume I take up quite a bit of the door.
I guess if that were the case, I would move my way around this way.
And the
just-
rest of us probably. I mean, Casio follows.
Yeah, I follow.
Behind you.
Zoom, you assume that these are the people that just got taken, and there was a slim chance that you could have saved them.
Yeah, Zoom is just like his eye is twitching, and you see like his ears start to move a bit, and like start shift, and change a bit.
Do I see this happening?
Right?
I think only Foz might see this happening, and Foz and Kaz might see it because unless you shut the door behind you, I don't.
No, I kicked the door open. It's hinges. And like you just see like his ears start like growing, and they just become like, for lack of a better term, Shrilgar like, and cover his own eyes.
Kaz would take his helmet off. He where the flail would normally go, he puts his what is that? The you know, the new axe back, takes his helmet off. He's like, easy there, Zoom. And he's like walking into the room, hands up, just like easy.
And I suppose after a round of not being attacked or attacking, it like goes back to normal.
Do you know these people?
Well, I don't know if they still live here, but after what did we call it? The big event.
The Awakening.
After the Awakening, these people took me in before I joined the call. They helped me with cooking.
I guess this is the first time you've actually seen me with my helmet off.
Yeah. Oh my God, who are you?
Yeah, no, I was like, wait a minute. He looks like a normal dude. Brown hair, just pulled, like it's long, just pulled back into a half ponytail, to keep it out of his eyes. He's just got very like glowing gray eyes. Nothing like it's not like solid like an elf or a Ladrin or something like that, but it's just like his pupils have a distinct like glow to them. There's an air about him that isn't human, but I don't know how much experience you have with that kind of thing. So, but he would just say they were a family though.
Closest I had after everything.
I didn't mean to put that choice in your hands.
We didn't know.
Didn't mean to.
Suffice to say, I have extra motivation. And you just see, like, under Zoom's hair is normally, like, in his eyes and stuff. But you see, like, right now, like, even between that, like, the water has, like kept it down and clumped it up so you can actually, like, see his eyes kind of for the first time. And he just, like, it's like a strange look of, like, fear and just seething, like, primal instinct on his face. It's the cool down of his rage.
I'll tap him on the chest with my helmet and be like, you can't save everybody. Just remember that. The helmet goes back on, and I'll step back out into the rain.
So, Bill, I'll point out some buildings that you know of. Let's see. The inn is called Rick's Lodge. The market's called PD Spoils. This is just called a smithy, but it's also an outlet for the Ancestral's Call. So that's how you got the inn from it.
What's
This is
One more time, the names.
It's called Smithy. This is Rick's Lodge, PD Spoils. This is just called Smithy, but there's also an outlet for the Ancestral's Call. Ancestor's Call, I think is what we called it. And that's how you got your inn there. This here is a trapper's shop. This here is a magic shop, I believe. Did I write that down somewhere? No, I did. Oh, yeah, magic shops. Doesn't have a name. And you know that the one of the prime, there's two people that works the magic shop. He lived here, and this is one of the guys that you talk to often because he was a fortune teller.
This one you said?
Yeah.
Tyler, if you ever need names, just let me know. I will get you names.
PD Spoil is definitely, I know what they sell.
And I know what happened at Rick's Lodge.
Yep.
Zoom just says, that building there's the inn, and he points to Rick's Lodge. It says, you guys should, it's pretty, they have comfortable lodge in there. And Zoom just goes over here and sits in the, like, ruins of the bed.
What do you plan to do, my friend?
This is my house.
Seems worse for wear. And Foz kind of disgustingly looks at the broken bed and the shattered wall and the gore.
I'm just outside, and I start playing a song. The night comes with the grim gray skies. Our friends are gone. These people, they lie. It's okay, we'll get them. We'll come in the night. We'll be ready. We're here. Umlao's here to fight.
You can give yourself inspiration for that one, Umlau.
Oh, thank you.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I can't move Bud, but I'd move to him and be like, "Let's go check the town," and I would take Bud to kind of make sure there's nothing else here.
Sure. I'm just gonna give you a quick. I'll say you walk through. You don't see anything.
Okay.
There are more basic cottage houses more to the north. These smaller buildings are the housing, smaller buildings. You assume these ones close by are probably the owners or keepers of these shops.
So this looks like, so from our impression, this is the first time that the Villagro have come into town. Is this the whole town?
Yeah, there's, like I said, some more small cottages for housing up towards the north, but
Okay.
This is the majority of the town.
Okay.
Yes, before there was small little outposts or camps outside of the village were getting attacked, but it seems that there are no more to attack.
Nobody has anything else they wish to do. Fazardine will ritually cast Detect Magic and do a lap around the blood trails to see if anything picks up on his magic radar.
No, but when you go in here, there are magic.
Yeah, I mean, he'd probably expect, with the magic shop and possibly the fortune teller, if there are any magic items there, he'd ignore the magic shop for the time being. However, he would probably look into the fortune teller's house.
It doesn't have anything magic there.
Okay. Well, he'd still probably just be curious, but...
And all the doors are locked on these places, even the inn.
Okay.
Picasso speaks up. He says, perhaps we should just set up a camp. Can't think of anything else to do.
How old did you say they know you here, Zoom?
Hmm?
How old do they know you here, Zoom?
I wasn't here too long. But maybe they know me, I don't know.
I'd say, the smithy knows you pretty well, and this fortune teller person would have probably known you pretty well, besides your host family. You may have seen Petey a couple times picking up just random groceries. You probably hadn't stayed in the inn very much because you had need to. Or the trappers, I don't think you probably would have jumped in the trappers unless you needed to. But you talked to the smithy definitely because he was the one that helped you get into the call.
Right. Yeah, Smithy's friendly to the guilds. You might start there.
It's better than staying here in the ruin.
You're welcome to stay in here if you like.
Let's leave it for the night.
So what's the plan?
Zoom is just gonna take his rest here.
Okay.
He's gonna like pick up what remains of like the blankets and stuff and like wrap himself up in a burrito, basically.
Casio,
For everyone,
he's actually going to stay with you.
yeah, I was gonna say
That's pretty
before
close,
everyone goes, I'm like,
Yeah, someone should probably stay here, mate, just in case. Make sure
Casio
he's
volunteers
alright.
to stay.
Alright, mate. If that's what you want to do.
and I
The
look
rest
at
of the-
him because I know like the looks they give each other back and forth, but then I just kind of walk away.
I'll look at everybody. Does everybody look like they're just digging in, essentially?
It is 2 a.m. in the morning, right?
Everyone's very tired. I'm going to say if you do not rest now, you're probably going to get exhaustion.
Just stay here. It's small, but it has at least a bit of shelter from the rain.
Very well.
You see a bit of just hesitance in Kaz, and he's gonna stomp his way over to the smithy.
Okay, like I said, when you go to the smithy, the doors are locked. You get no answer. You assume that the person who runs the smithy doesn't live in the smithy.
Do I know where he lives?
Yeah, it'll be the house here,
Yeah, I was gonna guess that one.
Yeah.
Which one?
bottom left.
I just sit in the corner and cover myself with my cloak.
I guess I'll go back and relay that nobody's at the smithy.
Got it.
Zoom is just sitting there and like looking, staring at Acasio, and just he says, "Why? Why do I?" Do you feel that too?
I feel the pain in my heart for you.
I wasn't speaking emotionally.
Then I know not what you speak, but I can tell you that I wish you no ill. I see the way you look at me.
Yeah, Zoom's just like, he's confused at like why he feels pain in his like his old scar when he's like near Akase. He's just like, and Zoom's like superstitious enough where he thinks like Akasio like knows something, so he's just like, but you gotta know why.
You can roll an insight check if you like.
Maybe this is the first time he's like actually looking.
Yeah, you're not sure. I'll say that Akasio doesn't even really know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
What it seems like, but that's player knowledge. Character knowledge would be more of like, you think that Akasio probably is hiding something.
Zoom just like wraps himself up in the blanket more.
So I assume you guys are going to take a rest. Would you like to take a rest inside this hut, this cottage, or would you like to set up a small camp outside?
I've seen enough gore in my life than to sleep next to a pile of it.
Umlau's already in the corner, knocked out.
I'm fine with that.
If it must be done, it'll be done.
Army training, sleep anywhere.
Yeah.
Now that it's being raining, Akasio will sit inside and lay it out in the rain. He feels more accustomed to being in the water.
Foz would probably go as far from the gore as possible, but still under the roof.
I pass Foz one of the pillows if it's still like here you go.
Thank you, friend.
I'll take the first watch with Ocasio.
Very well.
I'm just leaning on the wall in the corner.
Then, you were comforted with the noise of just the plinks of rain on on chainmail and metal, and
You only need to really take 2 watches here before 6 a.m., but if you want to take a full long rest, then I'll say 6 hours.
either way,
All right.
watch we'll have.
Well, I'm not going to make us roll any perception checks. We're in the town. It's pretty easy to see everything. It rains pretty much all throughout the night into the morning. But if you want to say anything to Kasi, you may.
I think in this case, Kaz wouldn't say anything.
You do see his gills kind of like get covered in water and kind of like frill up. Like he's breathing the oxygen from the water and the rain.
Nah, just stand vigil.
Cassio stays quiet as well, in the sight of the violence. And the watch passes. We can wake up more people if we'd like to. I'll wake up. I'll let Foz sleep, and I'll wake up. I'll let Zoom sleep and wake up Foz.
I will use the owl and stay warm and dry.
In normal, I would wake up Bud. Yeah, I would have woken up Bud anyway. I would have looked at everybody else and just kind of been like, and woken up Bud.
Right out there, so. Any conversation you guys like to have?
Between Matt, Bud, and Foz?
Yeah.
No, not really. I mean, Foz is just deaf and blind while he's technically on watch, so if Bud says anything, Foz will probably hear it through the owl, but just ignore him.
I also assume that since Bud is a feline, he probably does not want to be in the rain at all.
Yeah, I would have moved him back into this spot here, but I can't really move him, so.
Distraught with, the scene and the fact that it's wet.
Do you need perception or no?
No, I mean,
Just making sure, because you didn't have them roll. So.
you're in the town. Yeah, I didn't roll, so yeah, since you're in the town, you assume you're pretty safe here. You do keep an eye out, but it's raining, blood's washing away. But there's no really threats that you know of. You'll be able to see them coming, at least. Anyways, 6 a.m. You can choose to stay asleep for another couple hours, getting yourself a long rest and no exhaustion if you'd like.
I will wake up
Might as well.
Okay.
Your deeds have repercussions, my friend. It is time for your watch.
Bud wakes up Vulcan, who's already awake, but still.
I get up and I'm just like, all right, mate, whatever that means. And I go stand by the gap in the wall. Who's on watch with me?
Vulcan.
I'm just kind of like looking at him. What's it like to be a metal guy?
What's it like to be a flesh man? Oh no, you're a Genasi, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
Oh, baby.
Wow.
Guys, let's go fight the Vigligro today.
Now, the time is now.
What was the roll?
The really go.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. Anyway.
What did you divine?
Success and failure.
Interesting. Okay. Did you guys want to have a conversation or no?
Yeah, I'm just like,
What's it like to be a metal guy?
It's not bad. I don't too much know much else though.
Well, I think you'd be like really heavy, right? Cause like, if someone pushed me, sometimes I just go flying, and then it's really hard to stop. Don't tell anybody, but if there's a strong enough wind, I might not come back.
I will keep an eye out for you. Good to know.
And maybe a rope or two. Haha, I don't need a rope, mate. I'm just kidding.
That would not make sense.
Well, the rope would make sure I don't fly away, mate. I mean, you can't fly away because you're a metal guy.
Are you saying I could lasso you with the rope?
You can try,
Odasses?
mate, if you... Yeah, if you can catch me, mate.
Well, if you're being blown away by the wind, perhaps you don't want to be caught.
You know, I heard you talking the other night, mate, and you do a lot of philosophizing for a metal guy. And I say, you made me think then, too.
I do not sleep.
Maybe we should just watch the rain, mate.
Agreed.
Right. Well, yeah, you wait another 2 hours and you stir everyone awake. Some people are poking their heads out of their doors or their like windows. You see the wake of what the night brought. What would you like to do?
8 random ass people standing around.
Bloody shit.
On a crime scene.
Yeah, standing around a crime scene, waking up, not investigating, waking up. Now it's a crime scene. Now we're investigating.
We're it.
Who are you?
I would look for the person who is most interested in who we are and what we're doing. Like I would like scan a crowd and like lock onto somebody.
I'd say someone from the inn comes out. Is like one of the first people you notice, and they're like shocked by the gore.
Um,
And automatically like follow it back to Bud, who's standing outside.
like we're all up at this point, right? Like,
Right, you're all poking your heads out, I guess.
We're like, you live here.
Just staying. What happened? Was it the V-Legro?
I'm not gonna say anything.
Or was this you? And he starts backing away slowly.
Just chuckle from underneath my helmet. Where is the smithy? Where does he live?
Just past the smithy.
I'll start moving in that direction.
Okay.
Goodbye, mate. Hope you get what you're looking for.
So you guys follow him?
Yeah, Zoom gets up at one point and just goes.
Okay.
He brings the blanket with him.
You guys can just bring
This
it
is a team adventure.
if you'd like. You can bring yourself over to the front. You pound on the door, and it is answered by a dwarven man. He kind of like, his eyes are kind of like half open. Sometimes like, who the hell is that?
Do I know this guy's
He
name?
opens. What the hell are you doing at my house? His name's Roderick.
Roderick.
Zoom.
We're here on guild business.
You see that you're like standing in a pile of watered down blood. What the fuck did you do?
His family's been taken.
Well, adopted family, but
The Valigro.
yep.
He He kind of like pauses for a second. Didn't think they'd be able to break down houses.
It's new information to us as well.
Says that before they only attacked the people who were up late, wandering through the town.
What do you... have you any information, anything we can know? Is there anyone who's seen them do stuff? I'm itching for...
He says, of course, they only attack right after sundown for about 3 hours. That's the time they show up, the time they disappear. And they're only here for less than an hour.
Question. You said sunset happens kind of late, so approximately what time would sundown be?
8:30 and 9.
9 p.m.?
8:30 and 9.
8:30 to 9. All right.
If you want more information, the trapper caught one.
Does he still have it?
I assume so. Old Kenja. It's a crazy fool.
Old what?
Kenja.
Kenjo?
Kenja.
Kenja.
Good job.
They take this time. The Valley Crow. Do you know
Do we know what?
who did they take?
Well, there seems to be quite a bit of blood, but my adopted family seems to be one of them. We haven't gone around to the other places yet.
From the looks of it here, it looks like the fortune teller went too.
Everyone I knew and love is dead.
But Piety lives on.
But they didn't take his wife.
It's not dead.
He's a legend in these parts.
Here,
Rick's
they're
behind it.
good people.
Indeed.
Go speak to the trapper.
Know anything about the wolves around here?
Wolves never a problem here. Only if you go in the forest.
We saw one with skin slowing off, similar to the way those Veligro look. Perhaps a transformation of some sort.
It's the first time I've heard of this.
We'll ask the trapper.
It's the best option. Let me know if there's anything else I can do. Zoom, how is the call treating you?
Zoom just says, it sticks around, comes and goes. Is there like a call, is there like a cool saying we have or something?
A call sign.
Call sign.
Call sign.
I guess it would depend on like what sect you're from. So like a foresty barbarian might say something to do with the trees and the wood. You can make it like.
I'll come up with something. Give me a minute.
Sure.
Hold on. I'll go to my backstory real quick.
Also be like, stay here, catch up. And walk over to the trapper then.
Sure. You knock on the door.
Yeah.
Right when you like hit your first knock, the door swings open and a crossbow points in your face, and an elderly half elf man and say, "Who's there?
Hand the belt.
What business do you have here?
Put on guild business.
Business? Are you here for the Valigro?
What else would be here for?
Well, then you want to see what I have for you then."
Just
He lifts up his belt a little bit. His pants are falling down.
someone said you had, captured one.
You're goddamn right I did.
What's
I'm
it
a
look
mock
like?
trapper after all.
Oh, you don't say.
I see.
Is he like holding the door like partly open?
He kind of puts his crossbow down.
I'll push the door open.
Yeah, you push the door and walk inside, and you see all these bear traps and cages all over the place. And you realize that his door is like fortified with steel. Unlike all the other houses here and structures.
So you're fortifying yourself in. Why?
Can't be too careful.
Really?
You never know which one's in. I'll be the last alive when everyone else is dead around here.
If you say so. Seems like they can break down walls and it's not doors.
Walls are next.
If you say so.
Fetch through here, and he leads you back into a back room.
Okay.
And in a cage here. I'll pop it in there for you.
I guess some of us would follow, I guess. I don't know.
Your call.
Oh my god.
Oh my sweet
Well,
Jesus.
Foz would want to go to the
Nope.
fortune
Nope.
tellers,
Nope.
so
What traps? Calm
Right.
back.
And it's fast asleep. He sits right in his chair, like right there, and just stares at it. I like to
Is he
study
like-
them.
Is he like back from the cage?
It's a ways back.
Oh, you watch it and you say, what have you learned?
Wakes up at roughly 9 o'clock. Falls asleep roughly at 11,
9 o'clock is in 9 a.m.
PM.
9 p.m.
p.m. Okay.
Sleeps the rest of the day.
I'm just gonna start doing military time so I can actually read this.
Yeah. Said wakes up at 9 p.m. Then
2100 and sleeps at 23.
Okay.
Sleeps for the rest of the day. What happens if you wake it up?
Never tried.
How confident are you in your cage?
Oh, my metal always lasts. This wouldn't break.
I'll take my axe out and just run it across the bars, just back and forth.
Excellent. Excellent. You awaken Valigro.
Yeah.
And its eyes blacken. And it lets out a howling screech that makes
Oh,
you
boy.
like cover your ears because it just is so damn loud. And its breathing begins quickening, and it starts banging down on the metal bars, and they start to bend a bit.
I will cast a ray of frost at it.
Before you do, roll anyone who's watching this. It's a small room, so not all you guys can fit in there. Roll a nature check.
Oh man. Not good at those.
My special.
Do I hear this happen?
I assume you're talking to Roderick still.
Yeah.
But yes, you do hear it. Definitely, everyone hears this. The whole town hears this. Foz, I'll say you're there.
That is definitely
This
the
is-
sound I heard.
This behavior is something that was provoked by it waking up You assume that it's a type of rage that it has. If only awoken.
But it can't get through the bars?
It is kind of bending them, but they haven't given yet.
Okay.
What happens if like we just leave it alone?
Um,
I rattle the cage, woke it up, and just like don't continue further provocation.
it still seems like it's trying to break through to get to you specifically.
Hang on.
So much so that it's injuring itself on the bars. It's starting to bleed.
I'm testing to see if ice is effective against it.
Go ahead. Roll an attack or something.
Okay, well.
Where are you attacking this thing?
I'll aim for, I guess, one of its legs.
And Ray of Frost is like a beam of frost, or is it
A
like
frigid beam of blue-white light streaks toward a creature within range. It takes 1d8 cold damage.
damage first?
So 12.
12 damage.
And its speed is reduced by 10 feet until its next turn, but I don't think that really matters because it's in a cage.
That's like interesting interaction. You shoot one of its legs and it kind of like freezes it solid to where it like just blackens from frostbite. And its speed is reduced by 10, but it still seems like it would be moving like it would normally be moving.
Okay.
Meaning that this rage made it faster than it would normally be.
Kaz and Foz, here for science.
That is what this character is for.
How much damage did you do to this thing?
12. I have
12,
ice,
okay.
cold damage. Well, my intent with kind of doing this, it was supposed to be just a tiny pew, but apparently I'm just that good. Was more to see if the cold had, an effect on it or not, or if it was just kind of normal.
Okay. It headbutts the grate one more time, dealing a bunch of bludgeoning damage to itself, but it knocks the cage open.
Axe coming
Is
down.
it still
Roll.
active?
Yeah, roll.
Okay.
Attack then, Cos. You hit it. Roll damage. It's one-handed.
Just one-handed, yeah. So
There's enough damage to kill it.
Were you doing two-handed?
He
no,
one-hands
just
it.
one.
One-handed? Okay.
There's enough damage to kill it. And Ken just like, what are you doing?
As I'm like wrenching out my axe.
Yeah.
What he said. We're here to kill your Valegro.
That was my treasure. I could have sold that for so much gold.
The guild will compensate you.
I thought you were the guild. You assume he doesn't really know how it works.
I'll turn on the guy, Kenja, and be like, "Is the gold worth it? All the lives that are lost here?"
Definitely.
And I'll attempt to like intimidate him down, like in a rage. But
Okay, so you're.
I'm like trying. I'm like axe back out, trying to cow him.
As long as I get my gold. And he kind of just settles down.
We'll bring you some skins of something else. How about that? But for now, how about you just sit quiet? Tell us what you know. Otherwise, keep your opinions to yourself.
They attack the same time. Leave the same time. They can get stuck in bear traps. And now seems like you shouldn't wake them up. Apparently. Who's gonna fix these bars?
You are. Lady, you're at bars. You thought I could hold them. Apparently not.
Well,
Well,
they held
what?
him so far until you decided to wake it up.
It's only a matter of time until you did it yourself.
Are you going to purchase something? A trap?
Possibly in the future. I'm sure.
Because if you're not buying something now, I would like if you guys left. Please leave.
I'll hold up a finger. And just be like, what if we could bring another one back for you for replacement?
That would do.
How'd you bring the first one back?
Trap.
And then?
And ropes and cages. My specialty.
What was your bait? Just standard meat.
You could say that. Roll an insight check if you'd like.
Sure. I find it on my thing.
Okay, thank God.
Foz,
Something alive, I imagine.
assume that he probably trapped a nearby outpost, knowing that it's going to be attacked by Valigro, and caught one there and brought it back here. So the bait, you assume, would be other people.
You know, I'm sure some of the other townsfolk, had they learned of your behavior, might not approve.
My behavior might be the only thing that keeps them alive, if you've learned something from me.
Ooh, I think we can all keep each other alive, and I'll grab him by the scruff and just be like, I think we're gonna take you with us. You're gonna catch your own Valegro, and we're gonna be the bait.
Fighter. And he's just kind of like shaking.
While he's doing this, Fosradine is going to... Where is it? Open up a mind link to the storekeeper. This is a Kalashtar ability. To speak telepathically to him. And say you will be food for these, should you not help us. They will come for you next. And only he hears this.
Okay.
He responds to me, but
roll a check for him.
I can do like an intimidation or whatever. But my intent is to assist Kazdaye in what he's currently doing. Just by making it super naturally freaky.
He crit his check, so he doesn't even understand where this is coming from. He kind of just like looks around like, what is that? But he's not really intimidated by it.
But you're the expert. No reason we shouldn't bring you along. Am I right?
I'm no expert. I'm just a trapper.
Oh, but you are. We even found people who didn't know what a fucking Valegro was until we met you.
Like who?
Like us. The only help you're gonna get.
What do you want with me?
Oh, you know, nothing untoward. Nothing like that. But a few traps here, a few traps there. You want to recoup your business, this is gonna be it.
If I give you a trap, will you leave?
No, I won't.
We will stay and deal with your Valigro problem.
Yes, with a trap.
He's
don't
a
think-
one-trap mind.
I don't think one trap is gonna do it for us. You said you wanted to recoup your costs, as it were. We're gonna come across quite a few Valegro. I think you'd find quite a bit of profit with us.
There were at least 8 that hit the town last night.
Oh, there's more than 8.
Worth it. And how many have you seen?
I haven't seen any except for this one.
Yet you know that there's more than 8.
Oh, yes. Well, you see more than 8 blood trails. That means there's more than 8 tracks.
Do we see more than 8?
A single night?
What? In a single night.
How many blood trails are there?
He's not
Anyway, sorry.
He's not referring to this one. He's referring to in the past.
Oh, okay. I'm like looking at these. I'm like, I see like 5, maybe 6, depending on how you draw them. But it looks like one just was like a big squiggle.
How many?
Not for sure.
How many blood trails?
There were 12. Bodies torn apart. Dragged separately. Pieces.
12 victims, you said?
Not victims.
Or blood trails?
Trails.
I'll kind of throw him back into his, like, you know, like into a table or something. Just be like, "You're a coward."
Cowards are trappers.
Give us your traps and we'll be on our way.
He hands you 2 traps.
I'll hand him to Fuzz since he has the bag of holding.
Right, in they go. 2 bear traps, you said?
Yep.
Is a bear trap.
I don't know if it's an item.
Hunting trap.
Yeah,
Add.
That sounds good.
Okay.
2 hunting traps added to the inventory. They weigh 25 pounds each. Luckily, there's a bag of holding.
So the town will know about your contribution.
Did the rest of the town know about it? Are you asking a question?
No, I'm implying that I'm gonna tell the rest of the town about his contribution.
He kind of just nods and sits down in his little chair, looking at the dead body.
I would like to inspect this body. See if there are any other notable features like poison dripping off of the claws or anything of that sort.
I will say that the fleshiness of this skin looks like the wolf.
Okay.
Oh,
This looks like the sore that I saw on the wolf. Perhaps my...
so in what way? Like his entire flesh is like, or his entire skin is like flesh kind of thing? Like
Like
he's
the
like
skin melted
frozen?
off, and it's like skin melted off, and it's just muscle. And
Like liquors from Resident Evil.
Yeah.
The jaws kind of morphed where it looks like a mandible rather than a.
Does it still look canine?
It looks canine in nature, but it's
Okay,
also got mandibles. And its elbows kind of become locking, so it looks more like a baboon arms rather than canine arms.
Are we able to make the jump in logic that a wolf had turned into this?
That is my current hypothesis.
That's what Bob was thinking.
I don't have 100% confirmation, but that is my running theory.
Oh, you're the smart one.
You can stand upright, and if they do, they're probably 5 feet tall.
Is there any indication of what kind of creature this would have been under Foz's working hypothesis? Like sources of origin, like patches of fur, you
It
know,
looks canine.
ears. And so it does look okay.
Nicasio sees this and he is taken back by it and walks away when you guys bring this up.
Oh, I imagine at this point we would like kind of call everybody in and be like, "This is what we found," and I kind of have a powwow.
Yeah.
Like, not everybody's moving their tokens, but I imagine like the rest of the party would at least be getting this information.
Not sure we can rule out that they're turning people into these two.
We have no information that they are, but we do not have any information that they aren't.
I don't know, thumbs or something. I'm no expert,
It's-
but I don't see
I believe-
thumbs on much else.
Right.
Correct. I believe it would be wise to assume the worst. And hopefully we're just delightfully surprised if we are wrong.
So it's approaching about 9 a.m., I think, because you stayed woke at 8, right?
Yeah, we would.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is there anything that would like to do for this morning besides just, what you've already done?
I would like to ask the trapper, is there any pattern to those houses that have been attacked? Does it seem to be random? Do
Houses
they
are-
favor some
Right.
meats over others?
It's the first time they've attacked houses. Before it was just people wandering the street.
I see.
Outposts. No protection. Tents.
So they tend to go for easy prey, things on the fringe.
Seems that way. Maybe old elderly.
Your insinuation is not lost on me.
So they're opportunists.
They're smart.
Probably not as many people on the road these days coming in and out of Krantz because of them. That's probably why they came into town.
That is a fact.
I'm wishing we'd killed those wolves.
You assume that the wolves were probably a different batch of Allegro, because they were like a day's travel away somewhere else.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If we killed the wolves, who knows? Is it fresh? Different strain.
Possibly younger. If our current theory is correct.
Younger or recently infected.
Should we go today?
That is a good question. Do we go today or we wait till night?
I am a fan of setting a trap. Are there any sellers of livestock around?
That's a good question. You do see random horses running through the mud, but there's no livestock sellers.
Okay.
You assume that if anyone had livestock, they were probably being eaten, so they probably just let them go free.
Okay. I believe we may be able to set a trap. Storing up some livestock as an offering. Lure them in.
Since you might be able to wrangle one of these horses.
My thoughts exactly.
If they're breaking into houses, they're already desperate. How much livestock do you think I would take?
Well,
Not much. If it's easy prey, they'll attack it.
my thoughts exactly. Give them an easy prey. We limit the paths into that prey. And set up traps at the entrances. Then, once we have them in the traps, we ambush.
How many usually hunt in a pack?
couldn't tell you. I've never seen them hunt. But I do know that there was at least 12.
More than 8.
More than 8.
At least 8.
12 blood
That's what
tribes.
I saw last night.
Less than or equal to 12. Greater than or equal to 12, excuse me.
Greater than 8, less than or equal to 12.
No, greater than or equal to 12. There could be more.
That's true. Unless they came back. Zoom just says, like, well, we better get them all.
Alright, well, I'm going to let you guys end there.
Alright.
And so you can plan your trap or whatever it is you'd like to do.
Mhm.
And then for next time, we'll have our Lovely Girl encounter and my last session. And we'll be passing it on to Matt next one. Well, thanks for playing, boys.
Boy.
Excellent.
Indeed.
Good session.
Fun stuff.
Good RP all the way around.
Yeah, I appreciate the RP, guys.
Absolutely.
Yes. I appreciate the opportunity the DM gave for RP. That was really nice.
Yeah, I do want to give more inspiration. I already gave Uma inspiration, but I do want to give Zoom and Foz inspiration as well.
Danke.
Good job, guys.
I'm gonna do an Overwatch reference for the call thing.
Okay, what is it?
It's the what is it in the call short with Reinhardt? He's like, "I've been called. I must answer."
I love that. That's so cool. That's great.
All right, gentlemen. Have a good night.
Thank you, Tyler.
Yep.
Thanks,
Thank you.
man.
Thank you. That was a good one.
Good to see you.
Cool.
Ching ching.
I do want to go
Max,
shopping before we fight these things, though.